I do think, I'm willing to go out on a limb, I do think they will lose at some point this year. They won't go undefeated 15-0, win the national championship. When they lose, I think it could get ugly. That's my only concern for the Pokes.
Oh, look halfway here. The Big 12 did have an emotional Saturday, starting with Oklahoma State losing to unranked Iowa State. Iowa State has now won 3 of their last 5 against top 10 teams as an unranked team. And then Oklahoma surviving a scare against Kansas. The Sooners were held to 78 total yards of offense in the first half, trailed by 3 entering the fourth quarter, but came back to win it 35-23. So, after beating Oklahoma State, Iowa State now has the second best chance to win the Big 12 at 22%, according to our trusty FPI. Oklahoma is still the favorite, but Oklahoma State and Baylor right there in the mix. How many times have we said this, Greg, about any number of conferences? But, you know, is there a team here, I don't want to say flying under the radar, but who do you have confidence in as you look at the Big 12?
Well, the team that I think that not enough people are talking about is the Baylor Bears. They're remarkably efficient offensively. Jeff Grimes, the new offensive coordinator, has come down from BYU and has really invigorated what they're trying to be. They're simple, yet they're very effective. They call it the RVO, reliable, violent offense. And, man, has it been impressive. Their quarterback situation with Jerry Bahant, Jerry's been excellent throughout the course of the season. They have excellent wide receivers, solid offensive line. Des, there's an awful lot to like with what the Baylor Bears are doing, not just offensively, but with what they're doing on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, and Greg, coming to the season, you knew that this Baylor Bears defense was going to be one of the best in the conference. Why? Because that's what Dave Aranda does. He's a brilliant defensive coordinator. I spent all sorts of time at him when he was at LSU. He's a very cerebral type of coach, and so you knew that defensively they would be one of the tops. I was surprised that they're number 1 in total offense in the conference, but being number 2 in scoring defense, holding opponents to less than 20 points a game, that's something that we knew we would see coming into the season. So I think the Baylor Bears are a team that you got to keep an eye on. We look at the Big 12 Conference. They play Oklahoma on November 13th. That's going to be a game that I'm going to make sure that I tune into, because that may help determine the Big 12 championship.
Greg, you willing to put your money on Baylor to win the Big 12?
Heck yeah, why not? They host Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's been a little up and down. Why not?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.